Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to an exciting and everything and amazing Propagandacast with me, your host Imperial Dane, the one, the only Master Propaganda Hero Psych Defender of the Fatherland, off here to another glorious and wondrous Propagandacast. We're off here to a 1v1 on Pachino Stalemate. In the north stands Dumais, fighting here for the British Army, the Commonwealth, the 8th Infantry Division. Straight into some early sappers here. In the south stands Havoc for the German Army. Reich here with the 15th Panzergrenadier Division. We got a Panzer start here for Havoc, rushing straight for the center fuel point. Meanwhile, Dumais here spreading his wings out north-south with the 2nd sapper section out there for the British Empire. More Panzergrenadier there for Havoc. So far, pretty standard stuff. As always, a big hearty thanks to my patrons and supporters who help make the Propagandacast possible. Also, a big thanks to Alexander for donating and supporting the Propagandacast with his hard-earned money. Big thanks to you, Alexander, and of course, a big thanks to my patron supporters. 2nd Panzergrenadier Squad almost run here, and there we go, setting up with their Karnat TK bolt action rifles. Panzergrenadier advancing on the center point. Sappers continue to spread out here. We got the infantry section on the way there for Dumais. So far, otherwise, just very quiet. Panzergrenadier there at the ready on the center. The south Panzer Pioneer continuing their advance, seizing up points where they can. Laying up some sandbags here on the southern high munitions point. We can see there Havoc pushing on that fuel point. Going to give Dumais a bit of a nicer surprise and a bit of a rough start here. He was obviously a bit slower to get there, so now we can all see their heavy cover occupied, and Dumais doesn't really have a great situation here. His best bet is going to basically try and bait his opponent into the cover there, or position him and then attack him, or somehow draw him away here. But the question is, will Havoc be interested? Havoc following up here with a relatively fast 250-1 light infantry half-track. Meanwhile, Dumais here seizing upon this opportunity to sneak up with the sappers from the rear here. Gonna try and flank up behind this Panzergrenadier here. Perhaps no, he flanks up with the other section, or perhaps even both. Either way, this does force Havoc's hand. He falls back here from the fuel point. Dumais, meanwhile, looks like he's going to try and hit for the fuel point. We got Panzer pioneering forwards up north. The Panzer's got the northern munitions. And we got that 250 half-track out here for Havoc with a light support company up as well here. Sappers moving forward to the Sten guns. Panzer pioneer back up again. We can see the sappers there on the fuel point act as a bit of a tripwire there to force away Havoc here from the front line and towards his own lines there. Cheeky play by Dumais. Panzer pioneer falling back up, flying rifles on the way there for Havoc, though too light. Some of those bloody Englishmen on fire. Section in the center pushing up, the others pushing southwards. This does mean Dumais is leaving the north open to Havoc and the German army. Panzer pioneer equipped there with a Flammenwerfer 35. Sappers being ejected there from the premises as the Church of St. Al of Pachino, or Pachino apparently, Italian gets evicted there due to again being very hot. Section Panzer pioneering forwards, we got the Dingo out here for Dumais, going hard to the Dumais, or the Dingo. I don't think they call that the Dumais, but the Dingo is fairly good here and like just hard countering the 250 half-track due to its good damage against it. So not great here for Havoc as Dumais puts an end to that. Quite explosively, nothing here but a overly burned out husk of metal. Section almost wiped out. Nothing out here of the lot support company yet for Havoc. Well, of course, after this goes next, I would be expecting though a mechanized company. Perhaps we do get some assault grenadiers. Action choice, I'd say, for this map. A lot of corners, a lot of great urban terrain to get your assault gunners up with. There's the MP40s. Mines there on the northern exit of Pachino. Got the Dingo moving forwards again. Already veterancy 1. They do gain a veterancy at a pretty rapid pace. Southern point is seized. Assault grenadiers right around the corner. So that should give Havoc there a bit of an extra offensive element. No sign yet of a battle group. Northern Fuelman hit by the Panzergrenadier there. No response yet from Dumais. Of course, that is about to change. Oi lads, the fuel! What about it? We can't boil tea without it. Good lord. Counter-attack, lads! Counter-attack! There you go, being assailed here by the Dingo rushing in and then Sappers following up here. Havoc rapidly pulling back his Panzergrenadier there. Section pushing forwards there. And we do get the mechanized company. I would not be surprised to see the Armoured here out for Havoc. And attempt to put more pressure on Dumais swiftly. In the south, second recruiting forces straight into the assault grenadiers. They're right at the crop. Oh, get past the bushes and then run straight into the assault grenadiers. The MP40s quickly dropping Rogers there. And the rest are sent fleeing off as well. They're in the face of the mighty MP40 submachine gun. Panzer taking losses from the Saps, but the Saps will take some loss from the Panzergrenadier. So there you go, mechanized company up. The company. Still a bit of while to go there before Havoc can really push for that Armoured. I would definitely expect him to push for it. In which case, I would also not be surprised him to go for armored support, so he can go for the superior fire drills upgrade to improve the coaxial machine gun of the Armoured. Then again, we might also see here the Panzerjäger mechanized group first part to just hit down that Dingo fast, finish it off, also pressure from the nearby units. Assault goes flank up here. Nice flank here by Havoc, catching Dumais there. In a slightly exposed position, and we can see that Dumais makes the right decision. He just high tilts out of there before his men get pulverized. And no, we do get the Armoured first here for Havoc and the German army, the 15th Panzer Grenadier Division. And there go the Dingo, sets off the mine. Dumais' Dingo is gone, as I imagine he calls it. The Dumais is gone. No, he doesn't. I think he's quite that self-absorbed. Around the southern fuel pond, or eastern fuel pond there, sending big seas for the Panzer Grenadier here. Section of go, quick smoke grenade here. Sharp play there by Havoc. Pretty much forces Dumais to take a longer way around or to close in with the assault grenadiers. So, pretty solid Nebelhandgranate there. There we go. 232 out of there. Also, quick notice, and someone actually asked that recently in the comment section. I figured I might as well explain it. In fact, I'll pause here to just explain that basically this part here on the Armoured, and I looked it up, is on the Zusatzfrontplatte, and it's basically a piece of extra spaced armor they would add to the frontal armor here because, well, it wasn't quite good enough. So they would basically just add a bit of extra spaced armor. Fun fact there, so, you know. Figured I might as well get that to all people. As again, you know, I did look it up. So, fun fact there. Anyways, assault gunners with the sappers, the MP40s, they're making sure at least Sten gun wielding chaps. Fun fact, German troops actually did like the Sten gun as well because, well, in many ways it sort of performed roughly similar to an MP40 but with some major differences. One of them being it just had the magazine out to the side so they could actually, you know, fire from a prone position. And two, they could actually get their hands on it, which I imagine one of the issues with the MP40, there just weren't enough to go around. Plus, they could just easily use German ammunition with the Sten gun because it was based off a German submachine gun, so, you know, used 9mm Parabellum. So, little fun fact that in the case of German units just heavily equipped with Sten guns, I believe there's some Fallschirmjäger units actually to do that. Humber out here though, under here for the Armoured there, backed up with the tank hunter section here, leaving Havoc's position on the western fuel point a bit roughly exposed. Dumais that pushes forward for the British Empire, Armoured falling back here. Section getting plastered with autocannon and coaxial machine gun fire. No battle group yet here though for Havoc. Northern Pontius, the Panzer Pioniere. On the south side here, Panzer moving up though, heavily depleted. Does have the ambulance out. But right then there, Armoured taking a few nice hits from the boys' anti-tank rifles. Humber pushing in here. So we'll have to see what is next for Havoc. In service against the British Empire. More Schützenmine here, 42. So bring up to fix the Humber armored car. Mines here in the alley. Good spot to mine in general. Thumbs up there to Dumais. No back here reinforcing healing. Got the assault grenades moving forwards.
We have lost control of a victory point.
Mines up as well there. Very good mining from both sides. Thumbs up to both Dumais and Havoc on that account. There's a lot of reinforcement healing here needed for Havoc at the moment. A lot. Soldiers pushing forwards here. Armoured, they're providing some covering fire there. We do get the number 69 grenade, which got a grenade assault off here. Ooh, that could actually off the mine. Yes, indeed. Completely ruining that. Little surprise. The soldiers moving, they clear out the building. Breach for the assault grenades, by the way, is free. The only case that's actually He's actually free. You can see that the Dumais realize what's up and pulls back, but there you go. Managed to bait Havoc's assault goes into the mine there in the alley, blowing apart their Fritz.
Victory point under enemy control.
We also got the veteran school to upgrade there for the Panzer Grenadiers and the Panzer Pioneer Assault Grenadiers. Panzer Grenadiers will get the biggest benefit. They get to get a 6th guy on top of the other bonuses, which the Assault Gunners, the Pioneers, will get as well. They can gain experience faster, become a bit harder to hit. It's all quite a good upgrade if you go for like any amount of infantry as the Deutsches Afrika Korps. Alka pursuing here the Humber. Salvaging a party of a Panzer Grenadier fire there. We got the Indy 34 there also ready. Good chance of wipe here, I think, on Dumais sappers. Humber moving forward. Anti-tank section moving up. We got Panzer pursuing them. Almost got them. It looks like Dumais luck holds true. And Dumais is going for a 2nd Humber. Oh dear. Alka taking a lot of damage. I know some players actually use double Humbers as a counter to the Armoured. Fun fact. It's not common, but, you know, a few do. All the way, though. Heading back hard here at Havoc. Cavalry response to this. Got the Panzerjägers out there with their Panzerbüchse. 9 on 13. There you go. Humber's pushing for there. Go round to the Panzerbüchse. Heavy damage inflicted on lead Humber there. It's about to go up in flames. And no, the Weasel does not go pop. Dumais Humber survives for just 2 points of health left. Good God. Talk about some incredible luck there for Dumais and the British Empire. Never mind the armoured car crew. Good Lord, we're alive! Yes, we're alive. But at what cost? Yes, the tea's ruined and so's the biscuits. Sappers pushing forwards. Mines going off in the south. Punches there down to just 1 man. Great mine there for Dumais. Dumais definitely flexing those Humbers now. As Havoc there's busy repairing his own. And also just finding for map controllers, Dumais is just setting a very rapid and aggressive pace. Still not battle group choice here for Havoc. I'm actually a bit surprised at that. Just a bit. Again, it feels like it's going to be armoured. It could surprise for the Italian combined arms, as opposed to even that one. But I think, oh, there we go. It is armoured support. It is armoured support. And then, like, it's just by far, I think, the most popular. Still see some combined arms. But infantry is definitely, I think, the most rare. Deutsches Afrika battle group in 1v1. Go, and of course we do get the superior fire drills for performed actual machine gun performance. I'll have to see what it's next. Maybe another Armoured, maybe a Marder. He could also try and push for the Panzer Main Command and try and sort of sneak out a Panzer III here ahead of Dumais. Not impossible. Panzer is pushing forwards with their Panzerbüchse. Going up here, Humber there being shot a bit, got Ralph in the Panzers, they're losing Franz and Reinhard. In the center, 2nd Humber striking there, Virtually 2. It is definitely leaving Havoc's assault grenadiers in the center in a pretty exposed position, quite uncomfortable. Panzers, they're going for the Humber, doing some heavy damage. Artillery support as well. Here looks like the south of Pachino is where most of the fighting is basically intensifying. The assault continue to act as a sort of a blockade there in the center, as Havoc swiftly shifts the Armoured here to pursuing the other Humber. As the first one, it looks like it won't be pursuing any time soon, or at least not right away, because those saps are going to pair fast. Humber there being pursued, narrowly avoided the Schützenmine there. Pretty lucky there for Dumais, and he's quickly huddling up here with the tank hunter section, so in case of the Armoured, it's at least got some cover. There you go. Tank hunter section, they could open up a few shots there. Armoured dodges it. Humber there getting a rip through with autocannon fire, but it is getting quite a few licks back at the Armoured. In the center there, tank hunter section, they can the assault guns close in. We got a 6-pounder gun spotted here under Dumais' command, and there you go. Tank hunter section sent scurrying back to the base. Nothing further happening in the base of Dumais. Humber moving forwards. We got a Panzer Army command on the way there for Havoc, bringing in something a bit heavier than just Armoured. Thumbs up. Panzer Pioneer in the field pot having a bad time. After moving up, they're flanking the Humber, punching through there. Quite some armoured car action this episode. In the north humming forwards, and there you go, sets off the mine, heavy engine damage. It's basically on fire for a brief while there. Havoc, though, can he pursue it? Can he finish it off? He's aware that Dumais rather accidentally managed to blaze his Humber into a mine. I don't actually think so, so this kind of works out for Dumais reasonably well, considering everything. Arcade there getting pummeled, heavily damaged. There you go, virtually 2 assault grenades closing in, but the Arcade will need some pretty intense repairs here in the center. Tank under section pushing back the Panzerjägers. Got virtually 2 Panzer grenades here with the MG-34. Tank hunter section on the move. Straight ahead into the MG-34. That heavy cover is heavy cover. Also grenade to research for Dumais, thumbs up. Also fairly well dodged the anti-tank grenade. There you go, popping out, looking to pop an anti-tank grenade, but no, the Humber is just too fast. Whizzes right past them before they can, like, get out that Haftolaten out of their, I don't know, trousers. And, you know, chuck it. I know where they store those things. Arcade there being fixed up. Closing in on the Panther 3 Model L here, though. Which point, Dumais' Humbers are about to, I think, get humbled. Panzer going there pushed out of the church as the church is looking increasingly structurally unsafe. There we go, Panzer 3 Model L there for Havoc and the 15th Panzer going to be shown. There we go, good volley there, plus the Arcade here. Could see Dumais lose his ace armoured car. Crashes through the nearby wall here. There you go, 6-pounder gun on the flank here. Still might be able to get the Humber. He's exposed to the side. Hits the Humbers. The Humber's going to take out the Arcade now without getting any of the Humbers. No, pulse through the smoke here. Dodges some of the shots here. Panzerjägers moving forwards here. It is a pretty hectic fight here. In the end, all armoured cars get out of it relatively intact. Not on fire, but they can move on, you know, their own. But there you go. Panzer 3 Model L here ready for Havoc. The first Panzer is on the field. Ready to provide some more fierce firepower as the British tank hunter section opening up, punching through the armor there of the Panzerkampfwagen 3 Ausführung L. And in the Pinot machine gun section, they're taking losses. Panzer gun really pushing forward here. Can Dumais hold Pachino proper for much longer? We also got foot guards. Signaling course, he has gone for about the come to command post there. Foot guards from there, shooting through the edges, shots to miss. Panzer 3 returns the favour and blows apart Reginald and Jenkins. Bob follows quite soon after. Down to 3 men low on health here. Dumais' foot guards do narrowly escape the wrath here of the Panzer 3 and the Deutsche Panzerwaffe. Sultan's closing through here, the gaps in the alleys. Along the anti-tank and Korea could wipe it out. That could be a quite uncomfortable moment here for Dumais, if he can then sort of destroy it. Soldiers there, there's the sappers there, goes second Humber to the rescue here. I think that's going to force here the assault gunner's back, but not before he gets the sappers, perhaps. No! In fact, he might see the assault gunners wiped out. Havoc overstayed his welcome and gets absolutely massacred. In his attempt to get a wipe, he was the one to get wiped. Saps are recruiting the anti-tank gun here right in front of everything else, but there's just so much firepower from those 2 Humbers. Panther 3, they're still being repaired. Closing in another Panther 3 versus Dumais. Also, Havoc's been focusing and investing so much attention on the center, he's kind of neglected the rest of the map, which Dumais has been more than eager and happy to exploit here versus Havoc. Thumbs up to Dumais here. Panther 3 moving forwards here. The Panzerkampfwagen 3 Ausführung L. There we go, Humber straight into it. Great shot. The anti-tank could finish off here. And got it. Finally got one of those infernal Humber armored cars there. Small win for the German army. There's so many more Englishmen to snuff out. Foot guards popping in there. That building is about to collapse. This seems like a pretty risky engage there for... Yeah, oh my god! For Dumais, entombed inside the building, which was right about to collapse. I guess Dumais had not noticed the structural report there. Sir, this building isn't safe! Sir! Oh, blasted, if it's standing, it can hold! Sir! I don't care, get in! Crusader marked out here for Dumais. Quick, half to lightning there. But yeah, as again, like, Havoc is really losing control of the map. He's just gotten so laser focused on the center that he's just like conceding the rest of the map here to Dumais so easily. Great for Dumais, but certainly tactically inadvisable for Havoc. It's, you know, it's the classic Stalingrad. You know, you get so focused on the town center that you're neglecting everything around. In this case, he doesn't even have the Romanians to hold his flanks, now does he? Oh, and the Panther III here. Again, his laser sight focused on the center means Dumais just was able to like just have them waiting there for the Panther III to arrive. A huge blow there to Havoc. We got another Panther III on the way there, finally getting into grips with the northern fields though. And also perhaps a bit in the south here. Might even be able to wipe here one of Dumais' sections. We've got the Humber rushing in here. There we go. Half to lightning there. But we got the Crusader as well. That we could see Havoc there losing his Armoured to Dumais. Turning around the corners here. Armoured is not long for this world. I think he's just trying to, like, you know, wreck that Humber. Foot goes down, but even that was beyond his grasp at this point. And now these Panzers need to retreat before they get absolutely pulverized. Panther III number 2 ready to replace the one that got blown to bits there. Flampanzers, Befehlspanzerkampfwagens. Panther III gets a good shot on the Crusader Mark III here with its 6-pounder gun, which had better penetration, of course, than 2-pounder gun. But on the other hand, actually did have high explosive shells for that one. In-game, of course, that's not quite the case, but in the actual war, they didn't have it, so it's very much only anti-tank. Fun side fact. Heading northwards over the Humber. So Havoc slightly stabilizing now, but again, that loss of the perspective there really, I think, has come back to, like, you know, bite Havoc in the arse. Going for that fuel point again. Dumais much stronger now here and is absolutely not afraid to remind Havoc of that fact, but just constantly attacking, pressuring, and overall just being quite uncomfortable there. Oh, into mine! Damaging the engine of the Panther III here. That Humber escapes again. My god, that Humber armored car. It's just been an absolutely amazing investment here for Dumais. Panzerjäger's out here, highlighting, I think, more than anything here, the pressure that Havoc is feeling. Meanwhile, the Chris is going to try and take out that Panther III here. Shoots, misses, tank on 6 million. We've got smoke being deployed here in an attempt to get out of there, but I think he deployed it incorrectly. In fact, this could actually be a problem for him, as it means the Panzerjägers won't be able to get them shots in here when he probably needs them. And doesn't really help against the anti-tank rifles either. In fact, it ends up helping the Crusader against his Panther III here. Bazooka teaming up here, the foot guards. Almost he got the Crusader, but he loses another Panther III here. Grenades being chucked all over the place here, forcing Havoc's forces back to the base once more. Humber once more fixed up.
We are losing grasp of a fuel point.
And Dumais once more pushing for pretty hard map control. Panzers the Humber, tank on the 6 coming up. You can soon go for another Panther III, but it's definitely looking pretty tough here for Havoc as the Dumais. There we go. Quick grenade again this time, though dodges it quite well, and the foot guards are routed. We got less than 250 points left for Havoc as Dumais just keeps up the assaults. Swing the Panzergrenadiere, double Panzerjäger squads coming up here. Humber, though, is about to get pulverized if Dumais is not careful. There we go. Almost got it. All it needs is just one anti-tank grenade. Doesn't even need that. And the Humber finally goes down. Those have been an absolute nightmare for Havoc, and I imagine they will in fact haunt his dreams for at least a couple of nights. No. 9 nuts Humber armored cars. Scheiße. So the Panzerjägers backed up with the Panzergrenadiere. Panzerpune in the south here pushed off the sappers. He's getting ever closer. Another Panther 3 here versus Dumais and the British Empire. Not surprised he's going to keep churning out Crusaders. Yes, indeed. Panzer into support here. Get us a few shots there through the sidearm with the Crusader 2. Upgrading here to the 6-pounder. Mark 3 Crusader. Got the point there. Getting rid of those Humbers, like even this late still, is very helpful here for Havoc, as they were really just pressuring his infantry and bleeding him out. Getting rid of those Humbers, like, really does, I think, help Havoc exert a bit more influence on the battlefield. Obviously, the best thing for Havoc would have been if he could just destroy both of them so much sooner. That, of course, just refused to happen. Second Crusade out there. He's closing in on that Panther 3, though. He is closing in. We got the Stuka anti-tank loiter, but I think at this point, any usage of it is going to be fairly optimistic in terms of, like, an active munitions for it. And here we go, calling another Panther 3. We got an anti-tank grenade off. Oh, thought he was popping anti-tank grenade. There we go. Another Panther 3 there for Havoc and the German army. Crusader around the Panzer Grenadier there. Eastern Field being seized for the tank hunter section. Got Panzerjägers with the advancing foot guards. Both Veteran 2, foot guards, Veteran 1. And far up north, the Panzer they're being attacked by the Crusader. Panther 3 halfway done. And there you go. Gamma bomb off, blowing up a few Germans there. Giving them a bit of a nasty case of concussion. Crusader going out here versus the Panzerjägers there. Several hits up for the side armor. And there we go. Another Panther 3 ready here for Havoc. We'll have to see if this one can do a bit longer than the previous two. And so far, one of the major issues for Havoc is just, despite pushing for Panther 3s at a relatively fast pace again, the lack, I think, of just overall map control meant he couldn't use it to fill up with more. But also, like, he just hasn't, like, been able to, like, get into the issues and keeping them alive, been able to get more. And this really sort of hampers, like, the overall strategy with Panther 3s, which is typically get a lot of them fast. At this point, I think Havoc probably wants to consider some more troops. Some assault gunners could be a good idea here. Even just some machine guns, honestly. I think he needs to start spending some of that manpower and just trying to exert more pressure against Dumais and the British Army. Far south here, tank attacks on the Panzer Pioneer here. Grenade, they're dodged swiftly and efficiently. Panzerjägers around here. We got 178 versus 335. The Crusaders are quickly pushing across the fields and the hills. Tank attacks being engaged with the Panther 3. Panzer is nearby. Ooh, got too close. This could get a bit ugly if we get... Oh, never mind. He might be able to get a wipe in Dumais. Small help here for Havoc. Obviously, there is the fact he still needs to kill a lot more here from Dumais command. Got the troops sitting out there. And a Panther 3 hits another mine. Martyrs on the way here for Havoc. Get late to the party, and that's another Panzerjäger squad here. Crusaders going for it. Grams on the victory point here. Crusaders charging in there on Havoc's very unfortunate Panther 3 there. Certainly, I think also highlight that he probably at this stage should have gone for some additional Panzer Pioneer with Minesweepers, just, maybe trying to avoid getting his Panzer 3s, stuck like that. So we got the Marder 3 out here as well for some added anti-tank here. Foot guard section, so into all these Panzerjägers. In the south, the other panzers are being swarmed by the Crusaders. No Panzerjägers in sight for them. Foot Guards keep their assault to the half-tech. Blows up, killing 2 men in the process. Martyr there getting pelted with a rocket. And anti-tank rifle fire here. Stun shot there, I think, as well here from the Foot Guards. Great chance losing it. And down his Martyr go. Havoc is just experiencing, well, a lot of havoc here from Dumais' side. Grenades being chucked at the Panzerjägers. Crusaders pushing through the south. Far up north we got the Ace Panzergrenadier going for those sappers here. And looks like they're going to make short work of them here with the MG34 and of course the Kar-9 And a grenade here. Woof. That was just brutal. South Panzerjägers pushing forwards. Of course, there's the argument he probably shouldn't have just been running straight up to the sappers like that, but engaged in like a better age. Anyways, tank hunter section versus the 3 Panzerjäger squads. Meanwhile, for Dumais, not much there. And there we go, rolling artillery. Some Gurkhas. I don't know about that one. Where I heard that from. But anyways, once moving forwards, another mine there. Just absolute nightmare there for Havoc at this stage. Sort of steadily unraveling. Foot Guards shouting in there with the Thompsons and the bazookas. Panzerjägers, they're doing what they can. Center here, we got the tank hunter section occupying a nice little building there. Gurkhas moving up, no upgrades there. Fearsome warriors. Yeah, he's relying heavily on Panzerjägers. And a part of me does think, like, at some point, I probably should have called in some more assault grenadiers here. You can actually soon go for another Panzer III here. Grenade assault there from the Gurkhas. A full satchel there of just Mills bombs being chucked all over the place. Not enough though to stop the Deutsche Panzergrenadier. Still, Havoc is desperately holding on here. And there got another Panzer III there for him. Crusader rushing the center here from cell sides. Panzerjägers holding back here, firing a few shots for the sidearm of the Crusader. And poor Lenny there is stuck in the treads briefly. Certainly won't be an open casket funeral on that one. Foot Guards pushing in once more. Hand of Fee there, almost ready for Havoc. Almost. Foot Guards closing in. Heading northwards with a Panzergrenadier. We got the Panther III there ready. Pinball machine gun being added.
Proximity alarm near our victory point.
Shots fired. 120 to 327. There we go, and tank dropped in the side armor of the Crusader. Pushing it back here. Up north here, small push here with the Gurkhas running to the Panzerguns and the Panzerjägers. Heavy fire there for the machine gun. 34 there. Gurkhas, without their own light machine guns or submachine guns, are definitely not quite equipped for such hardened German infantry. In the center, the Panzerjägers advancing. We've got the 6-pounder gun there backed up the Crusader. 6-pounder gun is pushed back here. In the south, another push forwards here by Havoc. They may want to get the Panzer in to support that, honestly. Instead of pushing into the center here. Northern point's being claimed. Could try and sort of sneak around through here. Get in to support the center forces. Just secure the north, or you could keep them there to defend. In the south, the Crusader here provides ample support for Dumais' southern forces against Havoc. Crusader there could flank around. Going to the base here. The Panther returns, flanks the Crusader. close, I think, to managing a Haftolabnung on the Crusader, but doesn't quite manage. I mean, we've got Tank and 6 moving up here, affecting the Panther 3. And Havoc, I imagine, keen to avoid another heavy engine damage on his Panther 3, and like losing another one pops out. We got grenades out from the sappers. Havoc is desperately holding against the maze. Desperately, but he is holding. Crusader, they almost knocked up with the anti-tank rifles. Betchy 2, though, gained in the process. In the center here, we got another push forward here to Dumais. Another charge forward for the British Empire. Men and steel there being corralled through the narrow and broken streets of Pachino. The Panzerjägers there are sent screaming back towards the base. The Panther 3 there, ready to be committed once more. Panzerjägers close being wiped out there. Also close to another Panther 3, though of course again, he could try maybe some assault grenadiers at this point. Panzer there pushing forwards. The hard nearly there. Iron Cross first class, and there we go. We do get a flank behind here. Nice use of the train here to get behind Dumais in the center. Thumbs up there to Havoc there on that nice flank. The 6-pounder gun crew, they're close being wiped out. You got grenades being launched all over the place. Foot guards forcing the Panzers down to the streets here as the entire building is ravaged by the plastic explosives of the Gammon bomb. 6-pounder gun crew there exterminated. Foot guards there in trouble. Crewing it again still. Could chuck a grenade hit the crew to clear it out. Down it goes again. And Dumais is forced to ban the 6-pounder gun here to the German troops in the center. Leaving behind countless broken and dying British infantrymen there. Can Havoc haul off the anti-tank crew there? And we got more Crusaders arriving here for Dumais. He's up to 3 Crusader tanks now. There's just 1 Panther 3 here for Havoc. Heavy fire in the center. Panzer being pushed back. He needs more support in the center. Again, he needs to back off at this point, in which case he's backing off. He definitely needs to destroy that 6-pounder gun before it falls back into the hand of Dumais. Sneak up a few hits there on the Crusader Mark III. Another Panther 3 for Havoc. Looks like he may finally be within range to get up more than one at a time. He makes a mistake here, though. He makes a mistake. He's just withdrawn. We do get an anti-tank grenade off the Crusader, but it won't be enough thing to save the Panther 3, and another Panzerkampfwagen is kaputt. Almost had the Crusader there. And there you go. He gets Dumais' Crusader tank there, but the losses for Havoc are certainly quite painful. And the Panzer is just left to do most of the fighting here against Dumais and his British foot guards. And Gurkhas, wherever they are. Unless he lost them. I know they're busy up north. Still not great, though. And that's another Panzer 3 ready here for Havoc. And the 15th Panzer Grenadier shown. Panzer 3 rolling ahead here swiftly. Straight into the foot guards. We might actually see the veteran ability at stunning it, which could allow here the Dumais to send his tanks here and clear it out. That's going to be, I think, the NT of Havoc's. I think that's 5th Panzer 3, which would then be an entire platoon of Panzer 3s then left burning. And there you go, GG, game over. A significant loss here to Havoc in the end, but quite a fierce fight, quite an interesting fight with a lot of back and forth. But as I mentioned before, I think the major issue for Havoc is like just one crucial moment there. We just, I think, got too tunnel visioned on the town centre, ignoring the fields and allowing Dumais to get good map control for both a lot of munitions and fuel, and which just Havoc just kind of struggled to follow up with, and also the way just Havoc then, just kind of kept feeding tanks into mines and whatnot, and thus was able to like build up a larger tank force, which was like Chelsea crucial, I think, for the DAK late game to really maintain. So I think there was some in that regard. Several things that just sort of fell apart. But for Havoc, I think Dumais just, managed a good, shall we say, tempo momentum versus Havoc, and just, exploited Havoc's mistakes in comparison. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed this match. I learned something from it. If you did, subscribe, like, share. Consider telling your friends and family about the Propagandacast. And if you would like what I'm doing, wish to support, you can donate by PayPal. You can pledge on Patreon. The links are in the description. This is Imperial Link saying cheers, and see you all tomorrow for another episode. Bye.